Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this one, we're gonna talk about a project called the Atlas Coin, which it's kind of like hard to put this project in one genre or one category because it has so many things in this. They have this massively multiplayer online role-playing game which basically makes this a GameFi project because they have the play-to-earn concept. Then they have their app that has everything. They have wallet integration, you can store NFTs, coins, and it's kind of like a socialify app as well because you can do a lot of different things. You can communicate with others and you can form communities and so on. So that alone has its own features. And we have the option for auto staking. We get decent APY on this. They have the whole rebase function. So you can see that these other things that we have been discussing in previous videos separately in different projects, but now we can see them all together in one place. We have option for yield farming. They have anti-dump mechanism, and like there's so much into this project, which is what I think makes this project really amazing. And they've been getting a lot of good deal of media coverage from, they're collaborating with different influencers. They're getting a lot of different press releases from different places, which I think is really amazing because the word is getting out for the project. So I think this is an amazing project. They're going to have a pre-sale in a few days. So I'm gonna link all the things in the description. Do know that anything I say is not going to be an investment or a financial advice. So always do your own investigation research. And with this out of the way, let's move straight to the project. Now here we are at the official website of the Atlas. We'll be using this to learn about this entire project. It's not difficult. Everything here is pretty straightforward, not something that we have not discussed before. We have been through the whole GameFi concept, the play-to-earn concept. We've talked about the NFTs. We've talked about the auto-staking feature as well, like multiple times. And this is kind of like a combination of a lot of things that we have been discussing separately in the previous videos. So, and this is what I really admire and like about this project, because it is not just one particular genre of a project. Like if someone says that this is just a GameFi project, I think that this wouldn't be fair. It's not. It's like GameFi. It's also socialify. It's also auto staking. It has auto staking. It has all those basic functions as well of the buy, hold, and earn system. So there's a lot of things in this project, which is what I think makes this amazing, because there's like multiple revenue streams here. It's up to people on how they want to utilize this project and in what way they want to earn, because we've got a lot of options here. So one by one, we're going to go over this entire project, and we are going to learn all the opportunities that we have in this one. Currently, there is going to be a pre-sale. It's going to be on the pink sale. So that is where you can actually get this token on a discounted price. And you can see right now for my perspective, there's 6 days, almost like 7 days left to it. So make sure that you check the counter right here to know when the pre-sale is going to start, because this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss, because we always get the token on a discounted price on the pre-sales, and then afterwards when they start to go toward major listings, their price really goes up, especially if the token has a really good utility and the platform is actually developed, which we're going to take a look at it ourselves, that it is developed. So we have the basic buttons of contract, the buy now button, which is going to take you to the pink sale. So it's going to start in a few days. Then you have the dashboard and the Telegram button. So it says, featuring the world's first adventure, massively multiplayer online metaverse with cute pets, monsters, dungeons, and magic that has both a maximum yield and a sustainable protocol. So we're gonna talk about all the details, although I may not be able to go into entire details, because as I mentioned, there's like a lot of things into this. We have the game, this whole massively multiplayer online game, the role-playing game. So it has all its mechanisms. There are NFTs. NFTs have their own attributes and traits, and you can learn about this entire thing from their white paper, which is linked right here, which I'm gonna give you guys in the description as well. So it holds complete information on how everything works regarding the gameplay, the game modes, chest, metaverse, dungeon, and then it talks about the NFTs. Of course, it is going to include their traits and their attributes and utility and all sort of information. So we have all of those here. The whole point of studying this whole thing is that everything here is developed. It's not based on empty promises. We do have developed platforms, we do have the developed game, and so forth. So that is, the main point for us here. Of course, our main focus is going to be how many different ways do we have to earn an income in this one. So first thing first, auto staking, as we have been discussing multiple times in the previous videos, is really essential, and it has been one of the most popular ways to which people have been earning a really good, getting a lot of good returns from. So the whole auto staking function is based on rebase rewards, and the APY in this is extremely solid, and the returns that you get from this one are itself really amazing. Then we have the whole Atlas Vault, which further kind of like rewards people for holding. So it says our Atlas Vault shall provide every investor an additional incentive to earn extra tokens that are claimable on a daily basis. And there's a portion that goes to this. We're going to discuss the transaction fees, in which we're going to discuss this. They have a different fees on buying and also on the selling. So that is kind of like the anti-dump year, because, well, as you can see right now, there's a 5% tax on buying and there's a 15% tax on selling, which is kind of like a built-in anti-dump year, because the people who are like selling a lot, they're penalized for selling, and in return, the project and the existing holders, who are the diamond hand and the long-term investors, they're the one that benefits. So if you talk about the 5% tax that is right here, there's 2% goes to liquidity, so that they don't have to entirely rely on the liquidity providers to provide liquidity. They generate it on their own as well on every single transaction. Nothing goes to treasury and on Atlas farm in the when the token is bought. It goes to Inferno Pit, 3% of it. So that's the distribution of 3 and 2, and 15% tax. Well, when it is sold, there's a 15% tax. 3% goes to liquidity, so that's one more. 5% goes to treasury, 4% to Atlas farm, and the same amount in the Inferno Pit. And basically this is how it is distributed. Now if you come back to this page, well, so we talked about the auto staking, the rebase function through which people get a really decent, really huge APY. Although do know that the APY that is promised, it's not entirely essential that you get the same amount of APY. It depends on different factors, so do account those. And then we have options, and we'll have more options of yield farming. They're going to add multiple pairs that investors can stake their tokens for, and they can generate good returns from there as well. And it says here, on top of the fixed APY, the normal token rebase will still rebase. So basically in this, there's not just one way for us to earn a profit, to make a passive income. There's like multiple ways that we can utilize. And then we have the anti-dump mechanism to ensure that people don't like start chain selling and drop the whole project. So it says buy and hold Atlas. Just by holding Atlas, everyone can receive maximum yield through a sustainable pathway using our triple yield income stream. There's usually just one, but in this one there's like triple yield income. That's pretty amazing. So for passive income, there's like 10,000% APY. There's a 100% price boost. We have the option for yield farming, and they have anti-dump mechanism to ensure that the value do not drop. Now we do have the roadmap that we're going to take a look at at the end of the video, so we can have an idea on what's going to happen in the future. So here you get the option to play the game itself. Here are different features that you have in the game, different game modes, different mechanisms that are involved in this one. And it also talks about the NFTs and the trades that we have. So we have headgear, footwear, and so forth. You can see all of the information is right here before our eyes. And then we get to the influencers, their associates, collaborators, and YouTubers and prestiges. So they've been getting a lot of a decent amount of media coverage on social media, which is pretty insane. And this is one of the things that I think is one of the key factors behind the success of a project, because, well, it is essential that you have a working platform. You have some incentives to give to the users, but one of the most important key factors that come into play while making a successful project is how much hype is being created for the token itself, because a lot of the things depends on this. People's words matter a lot. They can easily kill an entire project, and they can also bring up an entire project as well. So it's good that they've been getting a lot of good media coverage, good press releases, YouTube videos, and collaborating with other influencers, crypto influencers, which is I believe is really amazing. So there is a pre-sale that is happening, that is going to happen really soon, which presents us with an amazing opportunity because we have checked and we know that this is a well-developed platform. There are a lot of incentives for people to hold the token, to buy the token, which is going to eventually lead investors into the project, and there will be an influx of people, and afterwards they're going to go for exchange listings. There will be more people into it, there will be people playing the game, they will be earning through the game as well, so there will be a lot of people. And afterwards in this project, as we have seen, their price skyrocket afterwards, and the opportunity that we have in the pre-sale stage is that we get to buy the token before everyone else at a very discounted price, and then we get maximum benefits afterwards. We become long-term investors, which I believe this is kind of like a project where the diamond hand people are rewarded and not paper hand, so make sure that you know where you are. But I think this is basically all I have for you guys in this video. I'm gonna give you guys all the information in the description, like the white paper, the documents, the trailer, and so forth, so you can get it from there. But yeah, this is all I have for you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one shortly. So stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. It is up to you whether to invest or not.